政府国，中央人民政府今天胜利了。
但是你们能不能？
刚才问我啊，我可以回半点去，无可奉告，我也不高兴。
哎，什么叫中国共产党啊？党叫干啥就干啥。
黑夜即将到来，一定要做好准备。
可能是。
干死共产党！不干死共产党，绝不罢休！
消灭中共是正义的需要。
Hi, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Exposing the CCP. And glad to see you again, Mr. Truth, and also Chris. How are you doing?
I'm good. Thank you, Z and Chris. Welcome to our program. Glad to be invited. Thank you.
Hi, everyone. Hi, everyone. I'm happy to be on the show again today. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you for joining our program today. We're going to continue to discuss about the CCP's truth. And recently, you know, there's a lot of voices about economy and the inflations and whether we're going to get into the recession soon. Well, and regarding that, we cannot predict the timeline. However, what we can share about is the CCP's lie about their economy and what they're doing with the U.S. and Western stock market. And we're going to try to dig more details and share with you about why they lie, how they lie about the true economy inside the communist China, and how they manipulate the stock market using their strategies. And we're going to watch a video, and we'll be right back.
I still ask you, why is Didi like go to America, the American want to go to public? Because American, the inside a lot of betrayer, how about the Didi, how about the Jack Ma, how about the IJA, stole American money.
It's Alibaba, it's all of it. They get access to the pension funds here.
Yeah.
Right. Or remember, here's the tragedy. Here's the tragedy, just like the victims of H&A's bankruptcy are allowed by Beijing, right? It's all paid for by them. That's the same thing here in the States. When they do these IPOs, it's all the deplorables pension fund money that goes in to pop up, drive the stock price.
Happiness is, only American only acceptable from the CCP company don't need to provide the finance 100% information. They don't verify. They have to just listen. You give me, I trust you. But they 100%, 100%, not 99%, 100% is fake.
The numbers in the Chinese companies controlled by the CCP are just as accurate as their financial numbers.
But no, just one. I do a lot of projects before it's the go to public to America. They have you need firm, right?
Yes.
Do you see any join any party?
Yeah.
Right? Everybody say no. 100% say no. But any from China, the company, 100% they say join the China CCP party. Number two, do you borrow the money from any political party, political, and Barbary?
No.
It's everything
no.
100% yes, right? So I say I can guarantee all the in American public companies totally lie, 100% lie. That's why, brother, I need you ask you, White House, American here, too many people, too cheap. They just pay small money, you sell it to America. You sell America to China CCP.
Well, this is why we're a tributary state, because Wall Street and corporate America have been bought off. I mean, it's obvious, and not just for the IPOs and the finance. Look at Nike in the Uyghurs, right? Look at the organ harvesting. Corporate America will always come to the defense of the CCP. Always. There's not one company in America that I've seen that will stand up to the CCP, because they want access to the China market, they want access to Chinese capital to go into those markets. And so, no, that's the problem we've got. And that's what Trump saw at the White House. The hardest things we got to get anything tough with the CCP was about the Wall Street faction and the corporatists, who are all partners with. Look, the most highly regarded Chinese individual in America is not anybody to deal with the democracy movement at Tiananmen Square, right? It's not any of the scientists or any of the brave people that have fought the CCP. If Tank Man came back today, if we knew who Tank Man was, and if he came to America, to Wall Street, he would be second place to Wan Xishan. Wan Xishan is the most revered guy by Wall Street and the corporations. I mean, Bloomberg took him down to Singapore a year ago and said he's the most powerful man in the world. Not Xi, not Trump, not the chairman of the Joint Chiefs of Staff, not the president of the EU, not the head of the Federal Reserve. Wan Xishan, who 99% of America has never heard of before, right?
Yeah, 100%. That's why, sir, you look at this, the DD, this story, HNA story, Wanda group story. Tomorrow is group story, and the oil group, the oil group story. Here the three
CEFC, yeah.
So all three people.
Oh, you got CEFC. So right here at Central Park, three of the most expensive homes in New York are right off to the side. You see them right there. Miles was up with one of the senior people in America the other day on his place at the Sherry Netherlands, where we had lunch with this individual, very highly respected guy. And Miles points over those and says, "You see all three of those?" He goes, chairman of H&A owned one, the CEO and chairman of CEFC owned the other, and the other was the digital company. All three are dead. Right? All three guys are dead under mysterious circumstance.
Yeah,
right.
我跟大家说，我突然这儿一个美国的2号人物，我跟半同一起，我说你看这对面这仨全都死了，求的了，都是共产党的，又觉得这块笑得快不行了。No, you look over here. This is the American. Is super. I love him. We cannot tell the name. So this three guy here is that
shocked.
That's
these are three of the most expensive houses in America, right on Central Park, right next to each other. Miles goes, yeah, he's dead. H&A chairman, CFC, he's dead. That's Hunter Biden's partner, and then the digital guy.
Digital phone, my brother.
Digital phone.
By Steven Spiegel, the digital king.
Digital king, all dead.
These three companies, you know how much the value? H&A.
$1 trillion.
Bohai Holding Group, $3 trillion. It's including H&A. CFC, CC, the oil group, is the $500 billion. Chifeng is the $100 billion. It's the $4 trillion valuation. $4 trillion, 4万亿美元。你们知道吗，兄弟姐妹们？那天美国的未来，我相信他一定是总统。你说，我说你看看这个，然后你再看对面的王岐山啊 ，I see the王岐山 157th, 50 number 50 in the penthouse, 88th floor,
88th floor, right?
87th floor, 82 floor, all this is the, Wang Qishan.
And Wang Xishan, with the cost of that, by the way, you pointed out one time, you said to me you thought in Midtown Manhattan, right here at Central Park, which is the most expensive real estate probably outside of London in the world, you said the CCP owns 1,000.
Yeah, more 1,600 apartments in this area. That's
It looks like Steve and Miles were just having a casual conversation, but Miles has exposed a lot of truth about how the CCP manipulated their stock market and tried to steal money from the Western people, including the pension funds, the regular 401k, and many, many other retirements from the U.S., and how they manipulated they don't need to do their accounting book. Their accounting book are fake. Whatever the Nasdaq or Dow, whatever they listed, the Chinese stocks, they're all controlled and manipulated. It's just false. And when the CCP decided to take the money away, what are they going to do? How the Western people, what are they going to do with their retirement money? How do they handle their life afterward? It's a big question to the American society and Western society. So we got to really take this seriously. So let's go to Chris. And Chris, could you share your thoughts first about this video, Miles' video, please?
And from the video, we see Mr. Miles Guo hinted how the CCP controls the Wall Street. But I think also that Wall Street, on the other hand, also works with the CCP. So how Wall Street funds the CCP and PLA? Wall Street's funding of the CCP and the PLA is primarily achieved through indirect investment in Chinese companies related to PLA and CCP activities. American asset management companies channel U.S. investor funds, such as those from retirement accounts, mutual funds, and ETFs, to CCP entities that are flagged for supporting China's military modernization and human rights violation and technological advancement. They also provided fundings to companies involved in China's nuclear weapon program and oppressive campaigns against minority groups such as the Uyghurs. And just BlackRock and Vanguard, these two American asset management companies collectively managed over 17 trillion in assets. BlackRock, through its overseas subsidiaries, holds substantial shares in entities sanctioned by the U.S. government, effectively circumventing U.S. sanction laws, and by leveraging indirect provides by the China Security Index, which is controlled by the CCP. Investor funds are directed towards industries that the CCP deems strategically important. This collaboration between Wall Street and the CCP not only undermines the integrity of the global financial system, but also directly harm U.S. national security, while benefiting the CCP's strategic interest. And also in the second part of the video, Mr. Miles Guo mentioned a very important company, which is the BHR. We know that BHR works with the Hunter Biden. So BHR is a CCP private equity investment fund company established in 2013, headquartered in Shanghai. Joe Biden's son, Hunter Biden, is an investor and founding board member of this company. In reality, it is influence peddling between the CCP and the election-stealing fake president, the Biden family. That is, the CCP controls the former U.S. president. In 2013, Hunter Biden, along with Devon Archer and Christopher Haynes, and CCP investors, through Taiwanese businessman Lin Junliang, Michael Lin, as the intermediary, utilized his father's voice. Hunter utilized his father's vice presidential status during the 2013 visit to China to facilitate the deal. Jointly established the BHR. The Biden family is acquainted with Xi Jinping. Hunter holds BHR shares through his company, Roseman Seneca Partners, served as a member of the BHR board of directors from 2014 to 2019. BHR helps the CCP control the global supply chain. For example, in 2016, assisted Chinese companies in acquiring cobalt mines in the Democratic Republic of Congo, and also sells American technology to the CCP, helping the BHR acquire the American Henniges Automotive. The Hunter also helped funds the Ukrainian bioweapon labs. So they did lots through these companies to threaten this world with a lot of dangers. For example, like the biological weapon labs in Ukraine. That's one of the reasons why Putin invaded Ukraine. So that's the information we can get if we search what we saw, what we hear, and what we saw in the video, and you can find lots of information online. Thank you.
Well, thank you, Chris, for digging into the details. Yeah, I agree. It's the capitalism is great. It's been a biggest driver for the last 2 or 3 centuries after the industrial revolution. You know, it make people to pursue their goal. You know, it kind of helps to promote the civilization. However, there is a big one weakness. If the capitalism is only pursuing profit, and that mechanism is taking advantage, like the weakness of humanity, the greed, and all these is and desire is taken advantage by the CCP, and people are pursuing just money, not merits or value, good value of the society should need have. So that's the biggest problem. Thank you very much, Chris, for summarizing that about the greedy nature of the Wall Street people, unfortunately. Now we go to Mr. Truth. Could you maybe elaborate more about your thoughts on the economy and CCP, etc.? Thank you.
Thank you, Zi. Thank you, Chris, for you lay down some very critical information about how CCP and Biden's family through Hunt Biden established the company, in China, and then done deals and including help fund the Ukraine's weapons lab as well. So all this, as Miles summarized before, we're not really interested in what Hunter Biden do in China. However, when the deal is to sell Chinese people's future, and then we got to. That's why we're interested in to expose it, and then we'll know what exactly happens. So have said that, actually it's very interesting to point out a couple of things. Number one, how CCPs, military companies and technological companies can actually gain the most favorite nation state on Wall Street. So what does that mean? That means when CCP's companies want money, or indirectly, they can get investment from the big fund, okay, such as BlackRock, and the Vanguard. And then at the same time, the books are not really need to be audited. So, there's no auditing normally if you want the rising capital on Wall Street, either through ATO or through, they gotta be the top 4-tier accounting firm gotta have a report on it. But why the CCP doesn't need to provide a report? But they always have a name. It's due to national security. I mean, who cares? The Chinese CCP's national security, it's really they do either do P4 lab or weapon development, but you got to have some business statement about your cost and all that kind of things to show your bottom line, how much profit you make. And then according to the rule of the financial market, you can, show you some indicators such as asset, liability, and the income, and then return on investment. All those, no, you don't need to. All you have to do just give me the money, and we have the basic summary of it, but you can't audit what exactly. So we know CCP is famous to make a fake financial statement. So I think all those companies, once it go down to south, then the Americans' patients' money may be lost. That's why Moscow continuously to expose the risk that the Americans, ordinary Americans, could face when you're getting retired, that you may lose your pension fund. Indeed, I mean, I remember in Australia, and a very close family invested the pension fund through a famous big company invest his self-managed super fund under the referral of the chartered accountant. They go into, after 17 years, not only didn't get any return or dividend, but he actually lost his capital by 25%. I mean, that's 17 years, he got no return, but lost the capital. So, I mean, those funds supposed to be invested in the Chinese, for example, on the real estate market, but real estate was booming and everyone made money. Why the fund lost so much money? Of course, being the individual, you don't have the capacity to file a legal suit because those big funds have money. I mean, they're gonna drag you and they're gonna probably lose everything then. So this is a very, very real case as we see. I'm sure a lot of pension fund wouldn't, big fund probably wouldn't disclose what the books looks like. So as someone said, when the tide goes down, then we will know who is naked. That's what is going to happen. I think, as Miles said, that when the financial crisis comes, and the biggest losers is every ordinary taxpayers and its savings. You may end up as Wang Qishan said, okay, Chinese people can eat grasses for 3 years, but can you Americans not eat steaks for 3 years? The answer probably no, but this is going to want to happen. We haven't when the financial market crashes. So that's one thing. Another thing is that through market so-called the asset management, the market manipulation, there's so many crimes being committed, right? So if the information, since the information is widely available, which thanks Chris, you dig it out, this is just the tip of the iceberg. I think if I really want to know what the financial unrestricted warfare is, the CCP being engaged in through all the deals, then someone must look in very deeply and find out, and I'll take some action about it before it's too late. Thank you. Back to you, Z.
Thank you very much. Yeah, exactly. Before it's too late. So we really need to hold them accountable. So we're looking for hopefully the Congress starting to investigate, because a long time ago there was a separate investigation from NASDAQ or Dow, where they try to investigate the CCP listed stock. Are they manipulating their accounting books? So this is really something that we should dig out the details, make sure they are not cheating, they're not lying to America, they're not trying to steal your money out of your pocket, and otherwise millions of Americans may lose their pension funds, retirement money for the rest of their life. This is really, really going to be a big tragedy for a lot of people who work hard and earn their money. Therefore, we have to spread the truth, and hopefully, they're going to do some investigation very soon. Okay, so there are sometimes for just maybe some open conversations, and we can elaborate a little bit more. So let's again start from Chris. Do you have more information to share?
Oh, but I can say that from their commercially oriented cooperation, using business as a cover, raised a serious question about how U.S. national security and the integrity of the global financial system. It highlights the blurred lines between business, geopolitics, and power. So I think that the CCP and the American sellout, who I think is the American Communist Party, work together to sell out its own people. We can let that continues to happen. We need to take them down. That's how I think. Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you. This is one of the biggest way to easiest way to take down the CCP. Cut the money. Do not give them money anymore, because for the last few decades, because since the opening of the China market, there are trillions of dollars investment has went into and feed the Chinese Communist Party, make them grow. You know, initially they were a very small little monster, but now they're feeding into a huge, gigantic monsters. And therefore, although they seems like what we talked about a few weeks ago, they're still like a paper tiger. You know, they without the money, without the U.S. Western technologies, they still are clueless, useless. And before they're getting even bigger and bigger, stronger, we got to take them down right now. Take action now. Okay, now, Mr. Chus, please.
Definitely. I think one is money, one is the firewall. And the firewall is maintained by U.S. Israel technologies and to enslave Chinese people, so they don't have a platform to express their voices. And also they cannot access, outside information like what we can see through social media and the mainstream media in the Western world. And that means that if Wall Street doesn't give them any technology like that to build the firewall, maintain the firewall, I think the Chinese people can push the firewall out and then see what the truth is. The truth is so powerful. Once people in China know how evil the CCP is, how much money they have been stolen from the hardworking Chinese people. All the every year, all the $3 trillion they export. I mean, the US dollars never went back to China. The CCPs have overseas banking system where the exchanges, they holding the US dollar, but then they minting the money as the equivalent RMB, go to the factory in China, pay wages and buy materials, wages, chicken feed and blood sweat factories as well, including Apple as well in China. So a lot of protests about then, because they cannot, ordinary people in China cannot access overseas platform. They cannot tell what happens in the inflation, the unemployment, the food poison crisis, okay, or the environment crisis, and now the flooding. And all those things, they cannot really, if there's some kind of leaked information out, then they get locked up by the police within 2 minutes. Okay, because they can allocate that through a WeChat. But the funny thing is when the CCP need the organ harvesting, so in China you have like 3.5 million children missing every year. Most of the organ harvesting, but then you would never allocate where the kids is gone. okay, or sometimes the university students as well. They got the WeChat and so on. So we must, decoupling from CCP in technology, in finance, and then I think they will be finished once they have no money. Thank you. Let's take down the CCP.
Absolutely, take down the CCP.
Take down CCP.
You know, and we'll see you next time. It's a brief update, but we'll continue to expose more truth about the CCP, and we'll see you next week. And we're gonna bring more Miles' previous videos and share with you, how do we take down the CCP faster and what we shall do and need to do. Thank you very much, and take care. And I forgot to say that it was a Mid-Autumn Festival yesterday, and hope everyone, the Chinese people, Western people, all have a happy, healthy day. And don't forget, take down the CCP. Thank you.
Take
Thank
down
you.
the CCP.
Take down CCP. Happy Moon Festival.
Breaker. This one hurts. A young Christian man took a bullet for speaking his mind. Name was Charlie, husband, daddy, voice for the kids. Lord, why'd it go down like that? Stage lights cold as a winter rain. One breath, one prayer, then the world went strange. Crowd froze up when the thunder cracked. Truth on a mic and a life attacked. He talked about hope in a storming land, Bible in the heart and a promise in his hands. But a shadow reached from a coward's perch, cut down a son in